And so this one's kind of here is like AEW's $1 million Texas mystery and the secret ticket clause. Oh wow, that's like a Willy Wonka movie title or something, but with Tony Khan and the I don't know, somebody's hiding coke in some baggie somewhere, and if he finds it, he gets more of it. But so WrestleNomics got their hands on some of these government records. They've been doing that for All In like every year, and this was for All In Texas, which is their All In event this year. And it turns out the real story is way different than what Tony Khan's been telling people.
Oh, great. Another record setting crowd that somehow gets smaller once you look at the receipts.
Exactly. So Tony Khan claimed the show did around 29,000 fans. That's the number that he proudly was throwing around. Press releases, social posts, the whole deal. But according to the actual government certified attendance, it was 21,973 scanned through the doors.
So he inflated it by about 7,000 people? That's not a rounding error. That's that's like twice a dynamite crowd.
Yeah, the total attendance, counting staff and non-ticketed people, was around 23,700. AEW's projection to the state before Texas for the show was 33,000. So they told the state that 33,000 people were going to be in that place. And then they ended up going with saying 29, but the real number's closer to 22.
Man, that's the wrestling promoter math special. We sold out, brother, with nearly 8,000 seats staring at you.
Yeah, and here's the kicker, right? The city of Arlington applied for over $1 million in public funding through Texas's Event Trust Fund based on those inflated projections.
Oh, so they basically said, yeah, we'll bring 33,000 people, give us $1 million in state money, and then drew 22,000?
Exactly, which means that the reimbursement gets reduced. They're not getting that full payout. But AEW wasn't trying to score taxpayer. They weren't just trying to score taxpayer money. They were also trying to hide how many tickets they really sold. So it was probably closer to, instead of a million, they got 750K.
Oh, yeah. So this was the wild part. The contract drafts had AEW's legal team trying to sneak in a clause that the city couldn't release the attendance numbers, ticket data, or even turnstile counts. What in the fuck?
Yeah, they wanted the city to agree not to publish the disclosed attendance figures because, or ticket numbers, or box office receipts, and even to help AEW legally argue that all the trade data was a secret. It was a like trade secret data, like I don't know the exact term, but just a trade secret basically. And if anyone tried to make it public, there would be a problem and it would hurt their business.
A trade secret? Dude, it's a wrestling show, not Colonel Sanders' spice blend.
Oh, exactly. And on top of that, AEW wanted any disputes with the city to be handled in private arbitration. No jury, no court, just their own chosen provider behind closed doors.
So they wanted the state's money, but none of the state's transparency? That sounds about right.
Yeah, and the city said no dice. Texas law doesn't even allow
Oh,
government
yeah.
entities to hide that kind of info or do private arbitration on public contracts. The city official literally said people ask us for that sometimes, but it's not allowed.
Translation? Nice try, Tony, but we've seen this Carniac before.
Yeah. Look, WWE inflates their numbers too, but AEW went the extra mile trying to legally bury theirs. And the irony, it all came out anyways because it's public record.
Man, you would think after the All in London turnstile controversy, they'd stop playing this game, but nope, doubled down.
Exactly. They're trying to act like a major league. But this is the kind of stuff that gets you laughed out of the boardroom. You can't call it all in if the attendance report says all out.
Yeah, that's perfect. At least next time, Tony, when you say 29,000, make sure Texas doesn't have a copy of the receipts.
You know my main question about this? Did he believe it was 29,000? Was he lying on purpose? Or did some of his yes men in the back tell him that?
Right? Did he get that information from somewhere and he just ran with it, or is that something that he came up with himself? I guess that would be something that we would need to know before we judged old Tone here. But
Yeah.
either way, y'all are giving us fake numbers, and that's not great.
Well, it's funny because I've seen people say that, like, oh, Tony can't lie because he can't lie to the shareholders. And it's like, what fucking shareholders are you talking about? This is a privately owned company by Beatniks Investment LLC. Look it up. It's literally Tony and
Huh.
like his sister's company. Yeah. But, and when it comes to AEW, Warner Brothers could have a stake in it, and that would be a part of their contract. But that's something that we've talked about before, so we don't need to get in that too much. But, in the end, since this guy's own his company, he can technically say whatever he wants. Max could get on about it, but what are they going to do? Drop his contract? I guess they could. But
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Goofy shit.
yeah, I just thought that was something that was funny to bring up. It's like, well, we lied about the attendance numbers, which happens, but then it's like, well, we tried to get the state of Texas to sign an NDA basically to where they can't talk about our that literally tells you that guy, like everybody says, NDA, NDA, NDA. You get an NDA, you get an NDA, you get an NDA, you get an NDA. Right. We all get NDAs.
He's the Ellen of NDAs. Fuck yeah.
Oprah. It was Oprah.
Whomever.
Yeah. It could be Maury. It could be Jerry. They're all nice enough people, I guess. If you like this clip, we got a lot more exclusively on the Overmark podcast. 4 episodes twice every week and several videos weekly. Make sure to check it out.